Mysteria, home to the ninjas of Wraith. In this mysterious land lie clans of ninjas that decide to either walk across its mountainous ranges or hide in its mists. One of the clans that decides to hide in the mists is the Mugenshi clan, a clan that has been plagued for centuries by a curse known as the Sakan. Every year it takes more and more members of the clan, and now after sitting by for years just watching friends die to the curse, the head of the clan, Katsu, has decided to take action. Hello and welcome to the table, and today we're going to be talking about the story of Katsu. And we're going to be starting things off where Katsu is walking into the chambers of the four grandmasters of the Mugenshi clan to ask them for permission to finally find a cure for the curse. Katsu told them that all he needed was a few members of the clan to go with him, and that they wouldn't stop looking until they found a cure for the Sakan. However, the grandmasters refused to let Katsu go, not wanting to risk revealing the existence of the hidden Mugenshi clan. He begged them, telling them that they shouldn't have to sit by any longer and let the curse keep killing off their clan, but they still told Katsu no. Then, one night, 2 years later, Katsu was walking to the Mugenshi shrine with supplies for something on his back. Once he arrived, he got all the supplies he'd been secretly gathering and hiding in the shrine, and scaled the side of the gorge his clan was hiding in. Finally, going against everything the grandmasters had told him, he was going to find a cure for the clan's curse. And during the day, he'd sleep, but at night, he'd wander across Mysteria looking for a cure. Well, with no leads as to where the cure could possibly be, there seemed to be no hope for curing his clan's curse. When wandering one night, enjoying the silence, Katsu felt an unfamiliar presence and he drew his kodachis. 11 figures suddenly appeared, hiding the lower half of their faces and surrounding Katsu. "Be on your way," he told them. But the lead of the group asked him why a member of the Mugenshi clan had climbed out of the gorge. Katsu, not wanting to reveal too much to them since these people clearly knew about his clan, he told them that there was nothing to worry about. Not believing him, the man continued to press him, eventually attacking him. At first, Katsu had the edge in the fight, but he was still outnumbered, and forced onto the defensive. Suddenly, a bunch of figures covered in red appeared, forcing Katsu's assailants to retreat. The head of the group told Katsu that they were a part of the Crimson Haze rebels, and that the people Katsu just faced were part of the Scales of Ayu. He asked Katsu about what his struggle was, but Katsu tried to play it off with no success. The man seemed like he genuinely wanted to help, so Katsu gave in and told the man about his clan's curse. After that, the head of the rebels told Katsu of an Ayu stronghold filled with scrolls and artifacts that they were about to take down, and perhaps the answers to his clan's curse would be there. With no other leads, Katsu decided to help the rebels take down the stronghold and hopefully find a clue as to what the cure could possibly be for his clan's curse. Once they arrived, Katsu split off from the main group and wound up in a room filled with a bunch of scrolls and artifacts. What stood out was a pile of scrolls on a jade tray that, before Katsu could get his hands on, was attacked by a Grandmaster from behind. The two traded blows back and forth for a while when the Grandmaster pulled a lever and activated an alarm that called for every ninja in the stronghold to come to Katsu's location. Katsu was quickly overwhelmed, blocking attacks from every which direction. Suddenly, he felt the power of the wind flow through him as he flung all of his assailants into the stone walls of the room. But more of the scales kept coming into the room when the Crimson Haze rebels, with greater numbers than before, came in and cut all of the scales down in an instant. Katsu went to the scrolls again, but the man from before told him those scrolls were theirs. Katsu then asked why they were suddenly so important and why he seemed more like a distraction in this mission than a friend like he was before. The man told him that there was no need to resort to violence, but that seemed inevitable now. Before the rebels could take Katsu down, the Grandmasters of the Mugenshi clan suddenly appeared and forced the rebels to retreat, leaving Katsu with all the knowledge in the stronghold. He opened one of the scrolls and saw that it was filled with names he didn't recognize, but ones the Grandmasters seemed to. When he asked them if they were following him, they told Katsu that he was correct, and that even though the rebels might be lying, the names on the scrolls were the only lead they had, and that they couldn't stop Katsu now. So with nothing left to discuss, Katsu left, going back to wandering and looking for a cure to the Mugenshi clan's curse. Anyways, with all that aside, hope that you enjoyed this episode of Flesh and Blood Lore, and make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, it's completely free, you won't regret it, and see you next time everybody, enjoy!